Hi, folks. This is Oliver Blackwell, Curriculum Assistant Principal at Riverwood International Charter School. I'd like to introduce to you the latest and greatest version of the Riverwood scheduling process overview video, and that's what you're watching right now. This video is basically intended to provide a one-stop, quick little shop for a lot of information that we could provide about the scheduling process in a medium that allows you to kind of watch it at a time frame that works for you. So as you all know, the course registration and scheduling process is what basically drives a student's class schedule for the following year. And that process, the scheduling and recommendation one, is about to begin at Riverwood for the 2016-2017 school year. So today is Tuesday, February the 2nd, and I want to give you the opportunity to have this information prior to that recommendation and scheduling process. I'm going to spend about the next 15 minutes with you detailing as much as I possibly can, but by no means are you going to find everything that you need to know from this video. I'm going to also encourage you to now explore our website. Under the academics page, there's a scheduling section within there. It's going to have the course catalog that'll have course descriptions of all of our classes. That course catalog is also going to have placement criteria, so grade minimums and other requirements to take classes here at Riverwood. That scheduling page as well is going to have drafts of the course recommendation and scheduling cards that your students will be using and that teachers will be signing so that you can review those in advance and have conversations with your kids. And a variety of other resources that may assist you as well. All right. So I'd like to first start by just quickly going over the timeline for the course registration and scheduling process. Basically, it begins on February 10th and 11th, about a week from now. On the 10th and 11th, we're going to start those days in advisement before first period, and each student will receive a course registration and scheduling card. The idea behind the process on the 10th and the 11th is first that Riverwood teachers are going to go in each of their classes and make recommendations for what we call core classes: math, science, English, and social studies, for all of the students all day long. The professionals make those recommendations for your child based on their grades, based on other prerequisite information, their aptitudes and abilities, and their own professional judgment. All right? And on those days, February 10th and 11th, it's the student's responsibility to write down a prioritized list of their preferred elective and selective class choices. So they do that on the registration and scheduling card, again, like I said, that they get an advisement before first period. This, what I'm going to show you right now, is a draft of what you can find online for every grade level of the registration card that they're going to receive. I encourage you to go look at these cards for the appropriate grade level and begin exploring what opportunities exist for your students. This will prepare you better for the 10th and 11th when students need to engage with their teachers and more so need to engage in selecting their electives. So this is what it looks like. This is a copy of the front. This is a 9th grade card, and as you can see, basically what we have on the card is an area for each of the content areas: English, math, science, social studies, and world language. The teachers will use the front side of the card, which I'm showing to you right now, to make their core class recommendations for students. So teachers sign off on the front. Now on the back of the card, the students will have an opportunity to look at the elective offerings and then to make their choices. So what you can see on here as an example, this is 9th grade again, they have world language offerings, they have fine arts and performing arts offerings that we call VPA, they have career tech offerings that we call CTE, and then on every card there's going to be an area for students to write down their prioritized list of elective classes. This 1 through 5 list over here, and on the 9th grade where it stipulates that one of those must be a career tech and one must be visual and performing arts, that column must be filled out by students during the course of the day on February 10th and 11th. Now I want to remind you here that each card may look different. So if you have a rising sophomore, go explore the 10th grade card, as it may look slightly different. The selections on the back may differ, and the prioritized list might be a little bit different. But the basic premise is the same for all grade levels. All right. So now the remainder of the timeline, twice during the spring, the kids are going to receive what we call a course verification. That happens first on Thursday, March 3rd in an advisement session. The course verification is going to be a list of all of the classes that their teachers recommended them for, number one. And number two, the elective classes that they filled out on that column that I just showed you. So it's going to be a comprehensive list of the classes that your student is signed up for to take in the following school year, 2016-2017. All right. The purpose there is the opportunity to get to review it and to make any changes that may be necessary. Now, those steps will be clearly described to you when the time comes. It goes out on the 3rd and it comes back in on March 7th. That's a Monday. That's your first opportunity. And there's a second and final opportunity on Thursday, March 24th, coming back in on Monday, March 28th. And I want to be real clear and concise here as I say this. After Friday, April 1st, on every piece of information you see from us about scheduling, you'll get this message. Friday, April 1st is the last day that we can accommodate schedule changes or course changes. At that point, we have to move forward in creating a school schedule. Okay, we can't have the opportunity to continue and engage in changing this and changing that. We've got to make teachers' schedules. We've got to make a school schedule that works for everyone. And we have to get ready for day one. So that's why we have to shut that down. Friday, April 1st is the last day for those changes, to be clear. Alrighty? So now in the remainder of this video, that basically is the timeline. I'd like to spend a quick little bit, hopefully within the next 10 minutes or less, reviewing for you each content area or curriculum area, some opportunities that I would like to note in terms of new opportunities, some continued opportunities of note, and then some special considerations. Again, this is not an all-encompassing conversation. It's just some things that I think are important for you to know or to consider. So let's start with IB. In IB, there are no new courses that we're planning to offer in 2016 or 2017, but I would like to mention that as continued opportunities, we have new courses from this year, like IB Music, IB Psychology, IB Film, IB Biology, that will be continued. And IB Physics will be another one that we again offer up to see if there's student interest. Special things to remember about IB. Diploma students and course students need to apply or complete paperwork to participate in classes or to be accepted. So that application is on the website already as of today, if not earlier. And you also can speak with Ms. Kopkis, our IB Diploma Program Coordinator, whose office is on the 100 Hall. So next I'd like to talk to you about what we call TAG, or Talented and Gifted. There are no new opportunities. Continued opportunities I'd like to note, though, are that we have, for any student who's identified as talented and gifted, we have great opportunities for flexibility. You take a TAG Hire Me course, it's called, and then you're eligible to do an internship opportunity, which the Talented and Gifted department can help you to arrange if needed. There's also, through Talented and Gifted, a directed study course where basically students, along with an advisor, can design a course of their interest and liking with certain projects and assignments that need to be completed throughout the course. And again, that can be done during the school day. So some really neat opportunities for those 11th and 12th grade TAG kids to kind of design some experiences that they want for themselves. Other things, special things to consider or to remember, I should say, about TAG. 9th and 10th grade students receive TAG service credit in honors classes in 9th and 10th grade, or AP classes. 11th and 12th graders receive TAG service in AP or IB courses more often than not. So again, special things to remember or to consider if you would like to take advantage of that directed study or internship opportunities. You do need to see Ms. Balachandran, the TAG director, whose classroom is in room 708. I'd like to move on to English. New opportunities this coming school year. Our Writing Center, Riverwood Writing Center mentors took a class this year called Writing Workshop. Next year they'll be taking a class, if they continue as a mentor, called Advanced Composition. So just want them to be aware of that. There is a second year Writing Center mentor opportunity called Advanced Composition. And the only other change, AP Language and Composition will be transitioning from a 12th grade class to an 11th grade class in 2016-2017. So understanding that there may be a few seniors who really had their hearts set on taking AP language, we will allow a few seniors to take it in 16-17, but then it will die off to being an 11th grade only course. Continued opportunities just in English, just to note, we do have reading support classes that are phonics based or skills based if students need that. Special things to remember and consider, just that you can take an honors or AP or IB level English, and you don't have to take an honors AP or IB level social studies. All right, in math, no new classes, but continued opportunities are advanced math decision making for seniors who are four-year college bound, but who aren't quite ready to do the some of those upper level maths like AP calculus, IB maths, or maybe even pre-calculus. And math of finance is a similar fourth-year math opportunity, but for students who are two-year college bound. Math support classes are also available at a lot of different levels, and the way that we schedule those here at Riverwood is by using STAR testing scores. So a lot of those decisions are made for students who we believe need extra support. Things to remember, special things to remember about math are those accelerated math courses. If you're taking it or interested, move at a very rapid pace. It's a great opportunity, but they're very rapid, about a year and a half's worth of curriculum in 1 year. So please note that. Alrighty, science, new opportunities. We're going to be offering Earth systems to incoming 9th graders who need a little bit more of an opportunity before they take a really challenging course like biology. So that'll be offered to 9th graders who will then take biology as a 10th grader. So just a little bit of a sequencing change more than anything. And a big change for us, Riverwood will no longer be offering physical science as a 10th grade science opportunity. We feel like it's too repetitive from the 8th grade year. And so we're moving to offering, beginning in 16-17, what we call conceptual physics. It is a physics course, but it will be less math-centric. So should be an appropriate but rigorous opportunity for kids instead of that physical science opportunity. All right, continued opportunities to note, just to remember that there are a lot of IB and AP science offerings, so please explore those, as well as just a lot of other good offerings even outside of AP and IB, like human anatomy and physiology. So please explore those for those elective classes to really keep yourself challenged and things like that. Just one quick and special thing to remember or consider, that graduation requirements do stipulate that kids have taken biology and either physical science in the past or in the future some form of physics to meet graduation requirements, and then the remaining 2 of the 4 science classes are student choice. Alrighty, moving on to social studies. New opportunities will be offering AP Human Geography to 11th and 12th graders as a nice, rigorous elective opportunity. Continued opportunities of note include things like AP Psych, Sociology, Latin Studies, Comparative Religions, IB Psych. Again, just great offerings within this content area for some elective classes to really keep you challenged. Special things to remember in social studies. If you're taking an AP or IB social studies, you've got to be in an honors, AP, or IB level English course. And a note for magnet students, remember that you do need that 5th credit of social studies to satisfy magnet requirements. World language, new opportunities are going to include Latin 1, we're offering that for the first time, and AP Spanish will be a replacement for Spanish 4 honors. Continued opportunities of note, Spanish for native speakers is a course for students who are very proficient in speaking the language but need a little bit more support in reading and writing. Special things to remember about world language. Colleges require at least 2 years of a continuous world language, and many may require 3. Another note, magnet students, you need to remember that you have to have 3 years of the same world language. And just to note that, remember, we offer lots of different levels of world languages in Chinese, Japanese, French, and Spanish. Excuse me. Moving on to career tech. For 10th through 12th graders, we're going to continue offering, but I'm calling it a new opportunity because not many knew about it. We're going to continue offering a Move On When Ready course called Accounting 1 through Gwinnett Technical College. They teach that class here on our campus. It satisfies an elective credit, and it earns college credit for those students. They do need to apply through Gwinnett Tech, so please see Miss Page in the Counseling Center if that might be of interest to 10th through 12th graders. We're also hoping to broaden our course offerings through Gwinnett Tech in that similar way, so stay tuned. And the other new class in Career Tech is AP Computer Science A, will be offered through 10th through 12th graders. 10th graders who are on an accelerated math track and have completed or are in accelerated geometry. Otherwise, for juniors and seniors, should be a great opportunity for that coding component. Continued opportunities, lots of hands-on skill-based courses like culinary arts, engineering, business, graphic design, all of those things that a lot of times go all the way up to AP or IB levels. To note, in Career Tech, any 11th and 12th grader can do a course called Work-Based Learning, where they can do a job or internship off campus and can have some release time from school to do that. So if you're interested in that really cool opportunity, see Miss Smith in room 809. Special things to remember about Career Tech. Remember, all 9th graders have to take a Career Tech class. All 10th through 12th graders are encouraged to continue in a Career Tech class to complete a state-mandated 3-year pathway. And remember that most classes in Career Tech start with some kind of introductory level class you have to have taken first. Alrighty, Visual Performing Arts. Only new opportunity this coming school year is going to be a course, if interest exists, called Chamber Music. It'll be taught through our orchestra program, but it's for any instrumentalist who is interested in working more in the quartet style of education, kind of in smaller groupings. We're going to continue offering in Visual Performing Arts IB Film to 11th and 12th graders, and a full slate of opportunities like ceramics, drawing and painting, photography, band, chorus, orchestra, even for students who come with lots of experience or no experience. Great opportunities in visual and performing arts for those elective classes, a lot of which go up again to the AP or IB level. Special things to remember in visual performing arts include that all 9th graders have to take a visual performing arts course. All 10th through 12th graders, again, are encouraged to continue in that 3-year state pathway kind of pattern. And remember, just like Career Tech, that visual performing arts courses start with an introductory level class that you have to have taken first. Alrighty, in Health and PE, a really cool new opportunity is going to be a waiver that actually exists for students who are in weight training. We've now got a waiver through our governance council and through our school district that will allow a student who takes weight training to be exempted from the graduation required class called personal fitness. We did this because of our strength and conditioning program and our athletes. All of those kids are in a weight training course, and we wanted them to be able to exempt that personal fitness requirement because they are getting, through weight training and strength conditioning, that education about personal fitness and health and safety. So really cool opportunity. Continued opportunities, just again, a lot of cool classes within the health and personal fitness area, inclusive of weight training, but all kinds of recreational games and lifetime sports, as well as body sculpting. Special things to remember and consider: all athletes need to be in weight training. 9th grade athletes, that means you're going to sign up for health and then a weight training course, and you'll get that waiver to exempt you from personal fitness. 10th through 12th graders sign up for just weight training, and again, that waiver opportunity is there for you if you haven't yet taken personal fitness. All right? And remember that by the time you graduate, all students must have taken a health class and either personal fitness, or in the future have had the waiver for personal fitness to meet, graduation requirements. Alrighty, and now I'm on to kind of the last and other area. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but seniors, this coming school year, you're only going to be able to have one period off, so I want to spend about a minute and a half talking about what cool opportunities you have to try to get yourself some courses that you would like, to design yourself an opportunity, or to have more time off campus, since I know that's what many of you want. Alrighty, so one period off you can have. Here are some other great options. Number one, if you're a tag student, you need to speak with Ms. Balachandran about either doing a directed study or a tag internship. All right? The former is a great opportunity to design your own class. You know, you do it, it's at your pace, on a time frame you decide upon with your mentor or your advisor. You take it here on our campus, a lot of times using computers and other resources. Cool opportunity to design a class for you. Have to be a tag student. Additionally, you could do an internship opportunity and have some release time to be away from campus and to go and do that internship. A lot of kids do this for a resume builder opportunity. or to just do something that you're really interested in. Also, again, talk with Ms. Balachandran. She's in room 708. Take advantage of the tag opportunities that exist, seniors. Another opportunity would be work-based learning. I mentioned that a little bit earlier, but this is a chance for you either to do a job or an internship outside of tag. So this is for kids who maybe aren't identified as talented and gifted. You can have a job or do an internship. And again, you may have to do a couple of requirements for the class here at Riverwood, but you've got release time from school to go work a job, get paid, or do an internship and have a cool experience. All right? So that could be another nice way for you to have, say, a period off one day and then work-based learning on another day where you can go and do a job or do an internship and still have some time away from campus to do a cool thing. Third thing I want to encourage seniors to explore: move on when ready courses. Take advantage of this. Okay? Move on when ready course means you apply to a college now, like GPC, Georgia Tech, University of West Georgia, any of the university system of Georgia colleges. You apply now, get accepted for move on when ready purposes, not full on acceptance. And then you can take a class on their campus. We give you the time away from school. We build in some travel time that earns you high school credit and college credit at the same time. Great opportunity, huge cost savings, gets high school credit and college credits out of the way. You do have to go through an application process, and we can support you with that. So see Mrs. Page, our head counselor in the counseling center, now to talk about any move on when ready opportunities. So 3 great opportunities, seniors, for you to still have experiences that you want, to build yourself programs and experiences of learning that can be off campus, but you just don't have that opportunity for that second period off in the coming year. So consider those great opportunities, all right? Another thing I want to point out is the peer leader and mentor program could be another option for seniors. It used to be that those folks were really just office aides who worked in the counseling center in the main office. Now, Ms. Harrell, one of our counselors, has done a brilliant job of building up that program. If you're interested, see her in the counseling center. You're going to have opportunities to be a 9th grade mentor, to train those kids in advisement classes and do lessons with them. You're going to have an opportunity to support the counseling office with the 9th grade students and some of their needs. You're going to have opportunities to be a public face to Riverwood, do presentations for us at the middle school, parent tours, new student tours, and things like that. So another cool opportunity that earns elective credit. See Miss Harrell, our counselor in the counseling center. And then last, I want to point out that there are also opportunities to take virtual courses, all right? So if you've looked at all of those course registration and scheduling cards, if you've thought about all the tag opportunities, you've thought about all the move on when ready opportunities, and this applies for any grade level, but you just don't have a course, that you feel like you want to take, well, consider a virtual course. You can go look on the georgiavirtualschool.org course catalog, or you can look on the Fulton Virtual School course catalog, which is on the district website. There are a lot of classes that are offered out there in the ether, so to speak, that we don't offer in our building with one of our teachers. But you can take that course virtually during your school day for low or no cost, or you could even take an extra class outside of the school day that you pay for, again, at a low cost. So consider virtual school opportunities, and if you need assistance with that, speak with one of the counselors. Alrighty, so that's the end, basically, of this overview video. Now that you've watched it, you can see that it's intended to kind of give you some big picture gloss over information, hit the highlights, talk to you about some special things to consider and remember, but of course it's not everything. So now I want you to know that you can go on the website under the academics page. In the scheduling section, in that academics page, you can find the course catalog, course descriptions for every class in our building, prerequisite requirements for every class. Look at it, find out what you need to know. Second resource that's going to be up there, the course registration and scheduling cards for every grade level. I showed you a sample, but you need to open those up now and begin exploring what electives you need to pick on the 10th and the 11th, and to be able to also look at what the core classes are that your teachers are going to be signing off on. Look at those now. There are also going to be a couple of other ancillary resources, so lots of things up on that academics page, scheduling portion within it, that will help you throughout this process, whether it's prior to February 10th or even after, as we're doing verifications and such in the spring. All right, so my last and final plea: you've sat through this video, please share this with friends, with students, with family members. This is a resource that is out there that's intended to be an on your own time scheduling information session. So you can sit down, have a cup of coffee, watch it over dinner, whatever you need to do, but you can watch it on your own time. So please recommend that folks tune into this video and spend, what is amounted to less than half an hour to get a little bit of an education about what we've got going on in a very, very important process that's ramping up right now. So I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for sharing this video with folks who need it. And as always, if you have questions, please remember that you can approach your teacher about any course-specific questions. You can approach a department chair through email about any courses within their department. They are the content area expert. You can approach a counselor after that, of course, about any questions you may have. And as always, any one of the administrators, we're happy to help, and certainly me, of course. So again, thanks. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. And have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, whenever you're watching this. Thanks, folks.